Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Giants, and it's coming up next.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
One of 2 spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
For a guy still in his 2nd year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend, that's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Young. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And at 3rd down and 6 to go. Back to throw. Whitaker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Whitaker. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Back to throw. Freeman. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing on first down. Freeman. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Anderson. Into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets them not only the first, but gets them the touchdown as well.
And, Brandon, you and I know that all these coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest. They were shooting for the first down on that one, and boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well
Point
done.
A, B, and C.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Whitaker. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
First down, here's the run with Anderson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second down. They run it again with Anderson. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? Let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game 1?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum. You can take them out in that one game, and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right there. Under pressure, they got him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. From the pistol, they run with Anderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Freeman. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in.
On third down, Freeman. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
New York ready to go again offensively. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 4 yards out.
And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Again, it's Barkley. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the gun on third down, Whitaker.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Back to throw. Whitaker. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll look to throw again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Whitaker.
He's got another one to Johnston.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Whitaker. He finds his man. Complete. It's Young. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
Back to throw. Whitaker. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
So the third drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
They start the drive with Anderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
10th carry now for Anderson.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Dancing away at the 35.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On first down, Freeman. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Operating from the gun, Freeman.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing to start the drive. Whitaker, his throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw on second down, Freeman. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's taken to the 26. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Whitaker. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Freeman. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Freeman. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 9 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Anderson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the gun on third down. Freeman, hard throw, incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Whitaker finds Johnston. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Back to throw. Whitaker able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Felix Anudike-Uzomah, the man to get home for the sack.
I like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down, Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Freeman. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
They run with Anderson. He's been the bell cow tonight.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. The throw over the middle taken in. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a yard.
At the 48-yard line.
Now he'll try to run with this. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it,
and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Dexter Lawrence, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Off play action. Freeman firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Here now a third down and 8.
Third down.
Operating from the gun. Freeman.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Now out come the Giants.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. The Falcons on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Freeman. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the gun, it's a give to Anderson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the gun on third down, Freeman.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Whitaker. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Whitaker.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Looking to throw. Whitaker gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
That's another New York Giants.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw. Whitaker. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall.
Throwing to start the drive. Whitaker got an open man. It's Scott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down and 6 now.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Whitaker over the middle. That's caught by Scott. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd
On 3rd and 2. Whitaker.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Whitaker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On 1st down, Whitaker. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Whitaker. Over the middle, complete. It's Scott. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They'll try and wind down some clock here with Anderson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
Now a 2nd and 2.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Up the middle, it's Anderson.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.